Anyway, so number 2, you're an unhealthy person. Like, if you're a selfish person, if you're like super, super depressed, like, able to be diagnosed as such, if you're just super judgmental, like I feel like a lot of church people are, like people who are religious people, I should say, like, that's why you don't have friends, because nobody wants to be around somebody like that. Like, unless it's other people like that, like, religious people, they generally hang out with other people who are as religious as they are, who appreciate the judgments and stuff to keep them in line so that they go to a good place when they die. It's just, for other people, for most other people, yeah, that's not it. Like, hanging around somebody who's like, who is always judging you for what you're doing, or not doing, it's just like, it's not it. Like, it's not it. Like, it's not it. And it's one thing, I think, if like you've known each other for a long time, and let's say like you guys went to the same church as kids and stuff, it's like maybe, because a lot of people, I think, do, they'll grow up with a religion and then they'll, go away from it. But then a lot of people go back, just because it's safe to them. It's what they know. Their family is never going to get on them, is never going to get off them in terms of, not going back. I don't know if that made sense. I don't know. It's just like, but number 2 is just, there's so many people out there who are so unhealthy that, like, social anxiety, like, nobody wants to be friends with a socially anxious person. Like, because what do you think friendship is? Friendship is it's not the kid version of friendship. Like, when we were kids, we would go to somebody's house or they'd come over to ours. But even then, like, there's people everywhere. There's people at your house, and maybe it's not as applicable like when you're an adult, because you might have like your own apartment or something. But like, I don't know, like, one person in the relationship of the friendship is going to want to go out eventually and do something. Like, staying inside gets boring after a while. So yeah, if you're socially, so anxious, like, making friends, like, it's a level 2 high for you. Like, first, you've got, you got to get to the root of that social anxiety. You've got to rely on yourself, because everybody, no matter if they're introverted, extroverted, want friends, don't want friends, like, you should be able to walk by yourself down the street, grocery shop. You should be able to do shit by yourself. Maybe not full on at a sit down restaurant. I don't really know. Like, if you want to prioritize that and use that as a marker of good social health, mental health, whatever, okay. But like, I don't know. Like, as a woman, like, I don't really like putting myself in that situation, because I feel like it leaves you more open to being approached. And it's really hard to get away at that point. So, but like, try a fast food restaurant where it's like the vibe is we're in or out for everybody. So, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But number 3, you don't prioritize relationships. Like having a relationship, a friendship, like, you don't actually prioritize that. So why are you complaining that you don't have that when you don't even fucking prioritize it, man? Like, you're living alone, you're working online, you're online after work, you shop online, you basically just, you're like, in order to have friends, again, like I was saying, like, you're gonna have to go outside with them at a certain point. You're gonna have dinner with them. You're gonna have to do a walk around the block with them, or a park or whatever. Like, looking at your lifestyle now, like, why would you be complaining about not having friends if not one part of your life can you actually fit in friends? Like, you might be like, well, I want to game with them. Game with people online, like, and call them your friends. And, you know, but like, no, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Can you find people that game close to you, and then you guys hook up at one of your houses or rooms and party next to, like, game next to each other? Even that, like, that's so dumb. Like, that's like masturbating next to your best friend. Like, yeah, you're together, but you're not actually having sex, either one of you. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, if everything you do is online and you don't even try and go outside to get, like, the bare necessities of life, like groceries, why would you have friends? Like, you don't put yourself, I don't know, again, there's so many people that work online. Like, that's where most people, like, their friendships start. And while I am one of the very first people in the world to shout, do not make friends with people you work with, like, do not even tell them your social media handles. You know, it sometimes it can work. Like, for me, I have a friend, we met at work, and it's nice because, like, I mean, even if we were still working together, it'd be fine, but, like, we don't work together now. Like, I quit that job, but we're still friends, so it's fine that we became friends. It's just, it's so rare. Like, you can't, it has to be a very, like, deep friendship, not just a, we work together, so let's be friends relationship. No. And in short, to finish up, point number 3, like, you need to, because it ties in with 1 and 2, like, you need to go outside. You need to have practice with humanity, with people in general, because, you know, even just by going to the grocery store, you're going to be primed to the realities of having people in your life. Because it's not, I don't know, and we'll talk about that later. Because it's, I don't know, like, it's just my own personal thing. Like, I don't know. I don't want friends. I don't need them. And it just doesn't bother me that I don't, like, just because I know, like, like, what they take and stuff. Anyway, number 4, you are inauthentic. And what I wrote with that is, like, relationships you make when you're not yourself always fade or break because they're built on lies and unhealthy coping mechanisms, e.g. fat friends. And I guess work buddies too. Like, it's not as unhealthy because, you know, you're making a bag together. But, like, and, you know, just happen to be in the same place. But, like, and what I mean by that is just, like, there's so many people out there who, like, they don't have friends, but they had friends. But those relationships did not last because the relationship was built on, like I said, lies or unhealthy habits. And I guess we'll run with the fat friends thing. Like, when you see a bunch of ugly fat women together, ugly and or fat women together, like, they're only friends because they find safety in numbers. Like, fat chicks, like, they find safety and comfort in numbers. Like, fat women, like, when they hang out with each other, they know that they're not going to be judged because the bitch weighs just as much as she does and is eating just as much as she is. Ugly women, and I don't mean, like, really physically ugly, although generally they are physically ugly also, but, like, I mean, like, ugly women, like, cruel, messy, just bottom of the barrel women, like, just trash women. Like, they hang out with each other because they can smoke together, they can do drugs together, They can drink together. They can fight together. Like, I've seen this, like, all my life. Like, there is safety in numbers, especially because right, isn't that what misery loves company? That's basically what that boils down to. So number 5, you're introverted, and this is probably, I feel like, the least inflammatory reason I have on here, but like this is what applies to me actually a lot. Like, I don't want friends because of a lot of reasons, like, but like a big part of that is I'm introverted. Like, I get exhausted around people. As an INFJ, I cannot be in a group of people because I naturally mirror people. And so when there's more than one other person, I become a broken mirror and I don't mirror anything, and I just kind of mute myself and fade. And, you know, like, it's not that, you know, INFJs need to shine, but we definitely shouldn't be broken either, like, not any more than we are. So I don't know, it's just like, I feel like if you are introverted, and I'm talking MBTI introverted, like, I know we're all ambiverts, but in terms of, you know, personality type, roughly half of us are introverted, and that just means that your social battery is like that of a really shitty old phone. Like, it goes really fast. And extroverts, they get charged generally when they are around people that they like. Yeah, introverts need much less human interaction. Number 6, people suck. Like, I feel like this is why a lot of people don't have friends. They're in places, like even entire cities. Like, I know I shouldn't say that, but I do feel like there are entire cities that are trash, full of trash people. And I want to take that back, actually, because, like, in my head I'm thinking of, like, Seattle. Like, but no, it's like 9 out of 10 people are trash, but there are 1 in 10. But like the you know, the reality of finding those people, especially with other people, with other things I'm going to say, like, it's just really hard to find people. So I think this is actually more applicable to people who are like, this is why I don't have a partner. It's like you're just in a bad place. Like, let's say you're a conservative. Why are you living in California? If you're a liberal, why are you living in somewhere super red? I want to say Texas, but I just saw that Texas has a big liberal population coming up. I don't know, somewhere in the South. Like, you have to put yourself in the right situation. And maybe I'll go in on that, actually, because it's just like, you have to realize, like, people in cities, people in college towns, like, and just people in general, like, those things especially are hotbeds for people that suck. But like, you just have to realize that regardless of whether a place is full of people that are like you or not, like, are you dumb? Like, we as adults, like I was saying, like, friendship as adults is not the same as friendship as kids. Like, as kids, like, you had nothing to do. You woke up and you're like, what am I gonna do today? I have no fucking idea. You know, you knew you had this show to watch at this time, and maybe this other show to watch at another time. Like, but like, you know, the world was your oyster every day. As an adult, no, you have work, you have, you know, just obligations. You know, maybe you take care of kids, maybe you take care of your parents, maybe you take care of a pet. Like, as an adult, life is so much more structured, and, you know, you have to be places at a certain time, and you don't have nearly the energy you did as a child, because you have stuff to do, especially like work. Like there's so many of us that work, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours a day. Some people even more, depending on like if they are business owners and such. Like I think people, like, it's grow up. Like having friends as adult, like you can't even like let's say you fully accept that, you have to even fully accept that, like, and you can't get mad that like your friends, your good friends, aren't gonna text you back immediately. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of dealing with that right now. Like I have a buddy and he's texting me, and like I can tell he's kind of annoyed that I'm not texting him right back, but it's just like, bro, like I'm not even gonna make excuses for you. Like, what are you thinking? You have full fettered access to me. Like, yes, sure, I don't have a job, I don't have kids, I don't have a pet, I don't have anything going on right now, except for my stupid appendix, and even that, like, it's fine. Like, but it's only now, just now, fine. And even if it wasn't, even if my appendix was still in me and I was totally fine, like, this is especially applicable to introverts. Like, leave us alone. Like, leave us alone. Like, don't, I mean, maybe not, that's not what I was saying. Don't leave us alone, but don't overwhelm us. Like, the life of an introvert is so, like, somebody put it in this way, like, inside of every introvert is like a crashing sea, and there's a little boat inside and it's just trying to stay above the water, like, there's so much going on inside of us that, like, there's only so many moments in our day that we can just, like, reach out to somebody. Like, I don't know, I don't want to make it seem like so, but, like, I'm just saying, like, in short, like, friendship as an adult there are waiting periods, unfortunately. Like, don't be greedy with other people's time. Like, life gets more and more complicated. And people now, in this economy, right? People are now, it's normal to have 2 jobs now. And it just means that people are that much more, stingy, for lack of a better word, with their personal time. Like, it's not that I'm mad at you, it's not that I don't care about you, but, like, I can't text you right now because I'm trying to text myself, right? Like, I'm trying to make connections within myself so that I can deal with your problems. Because that's the thing, like, friends are just, they're just, more often than not, I mean, sometimes it's really cool, especially like with extroverts, like, they'll bug you because they want to do something with you. They want to do something with you. It's not that they want to talk. It's not that they want to shoot the shit. They're like, hey, let's go. Come with me. Like, I want to take you, But introverts, like, I feel like anytime they reach out, it's just like, do you have time? I need a bitch about something. It's just like, God, like, as an introvert, I apologize. And I'm very aware that that is not okay. I do not call people to bitch. Extroverts do it too, actually. They do it too. Especially when they're fucking hot messes. But as a person, I am very aware that it's not okay to call somebody, like, screaming in tears during a full-on breakdown. Like, I'm not gonna call somebody until I'm okay. Like, at least calm. Anyway, yeah, and that's the end of point 6. Like, people suck. People equals drama, equals negative vibes, equals lots of energy, and obviously 2 of those things are bad, but, like, the third thing I think really cinches the point that I was trying to make there, where it's just like, friends are a lot more trouble than they're worth a lot of the times. And that all really just depends on the, like, strength of the bond that you guys have as friends. Number 7, and this kind of relates to number 3, you don't prioritize relationships, but number 7 is you're not trying, like, because, you know, there are so many ways where one could make friends now. Like, there's the Meetup app and probably tons of other apps. There's even like Bumble, I think it has a friend version, seeking setting. Like, there's lots of ways to make friends, and if you're not trying, like, if you're not succeeding, it's because you're probably not trying. And, you know, maybe that you're like, hey, I have social anxiety. It's like, well, are you doing anything for that social anxiety? Are you meditating? Are you journaling? Are you getting to know yourself? For some people, like, are you taking meds? I do not advise anybody take, like, benzodiazepines and stuff like that. But, like, if you're at that point, like, go ahead and try it for 2 weeks and then get off it within 2 weeks. Like, you need to be within a month. Like, benzos are not something that you should mess around for more than a month, but I guess if you're really there and you need it, like, go ahead, but get off it, but use it and then get off it. I don't know, like, friends, whether you're trying to find them or you have them, it takes energy, as related to my previous point. Number 8, you're actively evolving. That's why you don't have friends. Why am I so hot? I'm so fucking warm because I'm wearing a fucking flannel and a sweatshirt over it, and it's actually muggy as hell because it's super sunny right now, but it's been raining all day, so, like, the humidity, which is probably why my hair is so puffy. Yeah, the humidity is probably like 70 right now, which is insane. But when I graduated high school, I only remember one thing from one of the speakers at the ceremony. He said, if you go alone, you'll go fast, but if you go with somebody else, you'll go far. And, well, at the time that really pissed me off because it was just like, fuck you, dude. I don't know why, I don't know why I'm saying that, but I think I have found that I think it's true. I just don't know why he needed to say that. I think it was literally the last thing he said before he walked off the stage. But, like, I feel like if you don't have friends, it's because you're evolving so fast that who you're meant to be friends with isn't around you yet. Like, let's say you are trying, you're going out, you're using different avenues of finding people, like, or maybe college, like, you're in college, like, you're actively evolving. Like, I know college is full-blown, overblown and stuff like that, but, like, if you do it right, shit, I think it's starting to rain, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Shit. Yeah, it's just, like, right, I feel like if you really are trying, but it's just not working out, you keep meeting shit people, it's just like, hey, man, just hold on. You're just not in the right place right now, physically or otherwise. Keep grinding in terms of what you're doing to make your brain and personality and viewpoint on life, perspective, that much better, wholesomer, stronger, and your friends will come, because, like, what you're doing right now, hopefully, so that the number 1 point I start off with, you have nothing to offer them, you're taking care of that, hopefully. I don't know if that makes sense, but I need to hurry up. And my last point is, you're a taker, not a giver, not even a sharer. Yeah, nobody wants to be friends. Like, there's nothing really left to say with that. Like, nobody wants to be friends with somebody who just takes and takes and takes and takes and is drama and doesn't have the time for anybody else seemingly ever. Like, it's so much easier to be alone these days. Like, I don't even know why people, I get it, like, friends are cool, but, like, I don't know, it's so easy to be alone that, like, why anybody, like, would opt to have that kind of person in their life. It's like, it's a growing, like, active thing, I think, in the collective conscious, that, like, yeah, you don't need that friend. You can just be by yourself. Like, you can play video games. You can learn anything now. Like, you can buy anything now. Like, and really preoccupy your time in a way that's not draining. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, I'm going to go now. I need to bring some stuff in that I do not want to get wet. But that was 9 reasons why you don't have friends, buddy. So you guys take care. Be good. Just be authentic, you know? Take care. Bye.